Comic bookie fans, what's going down? This is Mike with the show, doing a little home video today. Got a couple topics I want to hit on in sports and comics, I have a question for you and I need answers. So I'm going to do a little research and then you go ahead and hit the, in the comments and let me know if I'm doing a good job, if I explain it correctly. So let's go. Some people like to get their thinking done in the shower or on the john. I like to do it anywhere and anywhere, but I have to be pacing. I don't know why. It's just like a nervous habit. So I hope I don't make anybody sick. But I was watching a doubleheader the other day, and I saw it was like final seven innings. Now I know this has been something that they instituted, I believe, last season during the COVID season in baseball. But to me, it's just another example of these sports being more and more wussified. They're calling more easy fouls in the NBA, all these rest days. I don't know. Some of these guys who don't seem injured at all, they have, tightness or soreness or whatever, they miss in these games. It's just people are not getting their money's worth, and I just don't like how the sports are going in that direction. They're calling easy fouls in the NFL. You can't breathe on the quarterback anymore, and this is just another example. It seems like one of the only sports, the four major sports, who doesn't seem like they're doing much, like anything different than like maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago is the NHL. Sorry. Got my son in the background bouncing away. But yeah, it's just one topic. I saw it and I needed to get it out there because am I wrong? Please hit me up in the comments and just please let me know if I'm wrong about this. But I like watching the sports that I did 15, 20 years ago when I was more of a kid. And I hope it doesn't go even in a more, dramatic direction. I don't know. I'm very pessimistic about it because I do think it's going to get even worse. I don't know. So what are you going to do though, right? I'm still watching every week. I'm still watching, so I'm sitting here. King Kong Comics and Games has a live sale going right now, and they have a Noon Teen Titans number 2, 9.0 graded for $225. I want to pull the trigger right now. Alex over at Treasure Island said last sale was $255. I don't know. I want to do it so bad. So now it turns out that I did grow a responsible bone in my body over the first 34 years of my life, and I ended up not getting the New Teen Titans number 2 for $225. It's a 9.0 grade. I don't know. That price, like that $225, has to go to my flight to Vegas, to visit buddies, and TCB Mike's going to go to a NASCAR race in Vegas, a playoff race, and literally I just couldn't pull the trigger. Please let me know in the comments if you think I should have pulled the trigger or not. But, you win some, you lose some. Maybe next time. But on to the next topic. As we make our way to the garage, aka the Batcave for TCB Mike, I will show you one piece of badass literature that I picked up at Treasure Island Comics this weekend. I think this is one book that everyone has to have in their collection. Crisis on Infinite Earths from 1985, Marv Wolfman and George Perez. I do have the individual, as you see. I have issue number 8 right there. I think it was issue 7 and 8 where the death of Flash and the death of Supergirl happened. But I got each individual issue on eBay for like $35. I think that's a pretty good price. But because I got those 2 issues graded so fast, I was never able to actually read the damn story. So I picked this up at Treasure Island this week because I got somewhat of a shorter stack. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this and I'm going to go ahead and build my, my inventory of books. So as we round the video out, I've had a great day of just kind of shooting the crap with you, and it's been like it's a span of over a whole day, but it's like a really small video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. But one thing that I saw is the first teaser trailer to Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and looks really good. But the one thing I hope you guys have a problem with, and I sure as hell have a problem with, I have no idea who Shang Chi is. Now, granted, I've only been into comic books and like really reading them and deep diving into the backstories and everything since 2016. So of course, if I never really pick up a Shang-Chi book, which I have no idea from the last 5 years how many there have been, there's one currently out now. But of course, we knew at the unveilment like a couple of years ago that we're finally going to get a movie. So if you are wondering who Shang Chi is, come take an amateur deep dive with me, and then let's go see who this Shang Chi is. Let's go for a deep dive right now. Let's do it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've had about a few minutes to actually do some research on the good interweb about who Shang Chi is, where he came from, who created him, and how maybe he can kind of get into the MCU and kind of delve into it. But so again, this is all very amateur, not really sure who he is and how he's going to be involved in the MCU. But please, if you're more knowledgeable than me, and odds are you probably are, please comment down here in the comment section, and then we'll have like a nice deep dive together. So Shang Chi is also known as the Master of Kung Fu and Brother Hand. Okay, he was created in 1973, first appearing in Special Marvel Edition number 15. He was created by Steve Englehart and Jim Starlin, and from what I can, so his movie's coming out September 3rd of this year, so there's not a lot of time left between now and then to kind of figure out who he is, but he's had run-ins. He's been a part of the Avengers in past comic books, and in specific characters that I know, he's had run-ins with Black Widow and other MCU characters who have already have had established movies or TV shows, right? Falcon Winter Soldier as well. So hopefully that kind of gives us an idea of where he's going to come into the story, but I don't know how. That's honest truth. You might get nothing out of this video, so I apologize. You might already know who, the gist of Shang-Chi, But he was actually, Shang-Chi was spun off from novelist Sax. I'm reading this. I'm sorry, I have to read it off my interweb. Sax Rohmer's licensed property as the unknown son of fictional villain Fu Manchu. And then later says that in later editions, the connection to Fu was underplayed after Marvel lost the comic book rights to the latter's character. So it's kind of spinning off somebody else that other people may know. So please, if you know anything about Shang-Chi, Fu Manchu, and how all this is going to kind of intertwine into the MCU, or you have thoughts, you have hypotheses, you have theories or whatever, please let us know, and then we'll talk about them together, because I'm sure between now and September 3rd we're going to have plenty of discussions in the comic book section of the podcast. So yeah, but fans, that is all from me, from the Batcave, from the inside of my own house. You got kind of a background little view of the everyday routine. You heard my son bouncing up and down and stuff, but thank you so much for joining another edition of Batcave Minutes. It's a little different this time, but you can expect more of these type of videos. We're going to run into things that we don't understand just yet, or you may not understand yet, but we have somewhat of the answers for you. Episode 109 is available on wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can also watch it again on Twitch and on YouTube, but please make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow button on Twitch as well, and you'll get all the notifications that you need and desire as to when we are going to go live next for episode 110 next Wednesday. We have a very special guest, speaking of YouTube, that's a hint, and going forward 111 and beyond. So this is Mike, this has been the Batcave Minutes for the Comic Bookies podcast. Enjoy the sports, enjoy the comics, and enjoy each other. Peace the hell out. See you guys in the next one.